Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Hello, hey y'all, it's Christy Love, and yes, I am back with the Kraze report here on Kraze Radio. Took a break. I took a break, and let me tell y'all something. Take a break when you need to, okay? Mental health is so important. Your personal well-being is so important. Don't feel like you always have to show up. Take a break. And it's okay to do so. So, right off top, we're going into Kelly Price because that is what has been trending not only the last week, but actually for the last few weeks, okay? So just to give you a backstory, I think at the end of July, Kelly Price came on her Instagram live, masked up, and, told the world that she had COVID, and there were prayers and thoughts and prayers sent out to her at that time. And that was that. A few weeks later, July, August, probably about a month later, social media influencer, okay, one of the main voices one of the most influential voices of the LGBTQ community. If I said that wrong, please forgive me. I'll look it up and make sure. It's a lot of letters, okay? One of the most influential people of that community sent out a social media post. And while this person has a nice, big, bubbly personality, the post was nice, big, and bubbly, but at the same time, there was seriousness behind it. She basically said, has anyone heard from Kelly Price since she had COVID? Somebody run around there and basically, saying somebody check on her. And out of concern, I understand this post. As a fan, I understand why she made that post. You know what I'm saying? She's a big Kelly Price fan. So I understand that. At that point, the post floated a couple of days. There was no traction behind it. Okay. Within a week or so, other people begin to repost this because now this influential person that I'm talking about, and I'll go ahead and say it, T.S. Madison. This influential person was just getting over a bad case of COVID herself, along with her mother. And, she was vocal about a treatment that she received and vocal about, more people needed to research this procedure, I don't know if it's an injection or something, treatment basically. And more people in the United States who are affected by COVID need to know about this because it could possibly save their life, and keep them from dying. So that too was probably part of, the reason why she was sending this, putting out a social APB for Kelly, okay? So we understood that part, at least I did, So after that, about a week or so after that, this post began to take life on its own. And I'm sorry, if y'all hear background noise, I am in my car, okay? I am a busy woman. I'm doing carpool right now, and, so that's what you hear. But hopefully it's not overpowering my voice and what I need to say. But anyway, back to the story. So within a week or so after TS originally posted this, the blogs started catching it, okay? And you know how blogs work, especially around social media. It almost seems like nobody has a story of their own. Nobody can just think of stuff themselves. They always bounce off of what somebody else say, which is one reason why I got out of media, that part of media. But anyway, the popular blogs begin to grab a hold of this story and gave it a whole new life. So now everybody's looking for Kelly. Where is Kelly Price? Is she okay? Because people are concerned. People are genuinely concerned about the well-being of Miss Kelly Price. Especially people of our age, over 30, over 40, who, came up in the Kelly Price era in the 90s, in the early, 2000s, when Kelly was, one of the biggest, if not the biggest female voice of R&B back then, So the blogs got it. It's everywhere now. Everybody's looking for Kelly Price. So it has a new life now, the search for Kelly. So the next thing we know, a popular gospel I don't want to call him a blogger, Brother Larry Reed. He got a hold of the story. And, people have connections and they have inside information and things of that nature. So they put their spin on things. And within the days of Larry Reed grabbing the story and having his following behind it and his, they begin to find out things about Kelly, because now at this point people are looking at her boyfriend sideways. They're looking at her sideways. And they're finding, allegedly, please, everything I say on here is alleged. That doesn't involve me personally. Allegedly, okay? They're finding that, or they're stating that her boyfriend was an abuser, a controller, control freak, whatever you want to call it. And now things are turning and they're painting Kelly to be not a bad person, but basically saying, Kelly, why do you keep choosing these type of men? Because now it ain't about Kelly having COVID. It's about Kelly being in a situation, possibly, allegedly, that she don't want to be a part of. That she's, basically saying that she's being held hostage. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, or sour. Basically, that she's being held hostage in her home by her boyfriend, who hasn't allowed her to see her family and friends in months and months, and is controlling her life, and is controlling everything, is taking her phones. Like, they started painting this man out to be a monster. Is he? We don't know. We don't live in their household, so we don't have the right to say. But this is the story that's taking place now online with the Larry Reed people, okay? Somehow, Kelly's sister, who we're now finding out has been estranged from Kelly, obviously don't have a good relationship. And I was saying this the whole time, if somebody's missing and they haven't updated, they've given updates to everybody except your family, then that family doesn't have a good dynamic. There's something going on. And at that point, it ain't our damn business, okay? But anyway, back to the boyfriend. So now people are painting this horrible bad picture of Kelly's boyfriend, and now they think that she's being harmed. Now, a week or two ago, or however long ago, because I don't watch the news, a little white girl was missing, and her boyfriend, they think her boyfriend did it or something like that. So just think, we're coming off of that. So a lot of people are thinking in this zone that maybe Kelly is in harm. And so now people are really, really looking. And now after the fact, after Kelly has spoken, we're finding out that people were coming to her house, physically showing up at her house, at her doorstep, ringing her bell, which is not only a severe invasion of privacy, but you're trespassing, you're stalking, you're doing all of these things. If she's been reported to the authorities as missing, the sister, Kelly's sister, reported Kelly Price missing. If she's been reported missing, let the authorities do their job. You don't show up at somebody's house trying to bully your way into their house. And I said this before we knew that Kelly actually married this guy. I said to my people, the only way the sister and the children cannot get inside of that house is if Kelly's boyfriend, Mr. Crump, and Kelly had joined to purchase that house. If his name is on the deed or whatever, the rental contract, like, he has a right to turn anybody away. And the only other reason could be they are married. People get married and don't tell nobody. This happens every day, all day. And being that, Kelly had just came out of a 20-year marriage, which they say allegedly an abusive husband, and then got into another relationship allegedly with another abusive guy, and then got right back into another relationship with allegedly another controlling abusive guy. She ain't gonna tell nobody. Because when people are in love, they are in love, and they don't see or care about anything outside of that. And if she's used to people having opinions on her relationships, that's another reason not to tell. And I'm pretty sure there were plenty of people, plenty of her real friends, real people in her real circle that knew about this, but it wasn't their business to tell it. And I kudos for that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get back. So that began a life of its own within the Larry Reid, the sister coming on Larry Reid. First of all, I saw the sister talking live, and I said she does not look sincere. She looks like she's making some shit up. Okay? But that's me. That's my opinion. That's my observation. Okay? Oh my God. So while Larry is having conversations about this, it was discovered that Kelly was married. Okay, she got married November of 2020 in Vegas. They eloped. Didn't tell nobody. Okay. So now people are thinking, oh my God, he's trying to take over her finances. He's trying to control her life. Like, when I tell y'all this shit took a life of its own, it did. Okay. Somehow Nicci Gilbert, the lady from Brownstone, she made a video post about it, and I never watched it because, like at that point it's too much. And the lawyer came out and said Kelly was okay. They discredited the lawyer. Who's the lawyer? We don't, the lawyer could be working for the husband. We don't know. Some people close to Kelly came out and posted some things. Kelly Price Instagram account reposted the story of somebody saying that she was okay. People still didn't want to believe it. Oh, the husband is in control of her account. He's not, so it's a lot going on with this case, y'all. A lot. I don't know what Nicci Gilbert said in her original video. But I'm assuming it was, my friend is missing and we're looking for her. I don't know. Okay. It was reports that her children actually did know where Kelly was. There was reports that they didn't know. There was reports that the boyfriend was not letting the children see Kelly. These are grown kids, by the way, who probably have their own personal issues, okay? At this point, 3 or 4 people had come out and say, hey, I know Kelly personally. I have personally talked to her on the phone. She is safe and she is recovering from COVID. And then people were like, well, it's been 2 months. She should have been healed. You can't, COVID enters people's bodies and have different effects. No, COVID is not the same in every person, okay? You have people who are still recovering and healing and being affected 3, 4, 5 months after the initial virus took over their body. So you can't say you can't say how long it takes for somebody to recover or heal from this, okay? I had it in January of this year, 2021. And while I only had it a few days and it was a mild case, I almost hit this lady and a dog because she's chasing her dog out in the fucking street. Sweetie, at some point in your fucking life, your life matters more than an animal. I know how people are about their animals. I know how they feel about it. But I'm not finna get tore up by vehicles traveling 45, 50 miles an hour because I'm trying to get a damn dog out the street. We need healing. People need to be healed. People are mentally screwed up. People are having mental and emotional issues. And the world is not kind right now. You see, I just flipped out on our ass. The world is not kind. To protect your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, you need to deal with that. And sometimes you need to deal with that privately. So I understand why Kelly says, I'm out. I'm not telling nobody where I am. I don't need to talk to nobody because there's some shit going on with me that I need to fix. I need to heal. And I can't heal with distractions, especially if I already don't have a good relationship with you. Why do I need to talk to you in my time of declining health? I need privacy. I don't need stress. So I understand why Kelly said, I'm out this bitch. Because there are plenty days. Am I hollering? Sorry. There are plenty days when I wanted to pack up my bags and check into a hotel in my city, out my city. Just go. Turn my phone off and go. Because there's so much that people are dealing with on a daily basis. And us as black people, we handle it. We deal with it. We fix it. Our problems and everybody else's. And we keep going. The OC people, Our pale skin friends, they don't handle shit like this. They don't handle things, problems, the world. They don't handle it like we handle it. They take their self out. They jump off bridges and buildings and shit. We weren't raised to do that. We was raised to fix it, to deal with it, to handle it. And it's costing us our peace. It's messing up our mentals. Okay? And people don't realize what's going on with you mentally and emotionally. Starts affecting you physically, internally. It starts depleting your body of the strength it needs to carry on every day. When you're stressed, when you're under pressure, when you're dealing with things privately that you don't want other people to know about, when you're hiding things you're going through personally, it starts affecting your health. And we've been dealing with COVID, people. Shit. We've been dealing with COVID for a year and a half. Oh, Lord. This is a day. I had to pause a minute, y'all. There's a lot going on. Okay. So, yes. What you're going through mentally and emotionally is affecting your physical health. We've been dealing with COVID for almost 2 years now. And we know that it's a virus that attacks your immune system and your organs, right? So we need to have our immunity A1. We need to have ourselves as healthy as we possibly can. It's a fact that black folks ain't the healthiest people on the planet. We got more meat on our bones, as the old folks say. We got more fat than other folks. We need to be healthy. And, that's one reason why, the last year or so, I've been trying my best just to do, I realized that my weight ain't coming off overnight. But I've been, doing things little by little to get my health in a better condition. You want to be healthy so that, the virus won't attack you so much. And this virus is so crazy. Like, you can't even really say that, because they say there are healthy people who work out and eat healthy who have contracted the virus and have died. So it's just one of those things you really just don't know. You gotta stay prayed up, okay? But back to Kelly, y'all. Woo! Okay. Kelly had not spoken personally about this since it all went down. And I don't know why. Because at this point, if you're not watching TV, if you're obviously on social media, if you're reposting stuff on Instagram, you see the concern from your fans and your supporters and your industry friends. If nothing else, say I'm fine. Show your face. Take a selfie. a 5-second video. Thanks for your concern, y'all. But I am fine. I am healing. Nip this shit in the bud because it took a whole nother life. And some people are emotionally invested because they've been in similar situations. They've had similar situations happen around them. So they are genuinely concerned, traumatized. And this is one thing I'm talking about. We have trauma not only from things we've been through, but from things other people around us have gone through. And it's not fair for anybody else to say, that's a celebrity, mind your business. She is our business. She is our business. Okay? So, anyway, mental health. So last night, yesterday, the brownstone girl, Nicci Gilbert, makes a video and says, I talked to Kelly personally on the phone. It's her. She's fine. She's recovering. She's healing. She wants everybody to know that she will talk when she's ready. We respect that. And then later on that evening, she made another post, which I had not seen, that said that, you know, she has some type of podcast, and that she said that, you know, she would be going live on her podcast later on that night to talk about missing girls in Detroit. And she would shed some more light on the Kelly Price story. Okay, so the Brat and her fiance, Jessica, said that I guess they felt like Nicci shouldn't have did that. So at this point, she feels like she made a video stating, cussing and highly upset, looking unstable. Okay, saying that people need to stop using Kelly Price's name for clout. What do you mean? So she basically said that Nicci was using Kelly's name for clout, and she could have been talking about the sister too, which some people thought, but basically saying you're using Kelly's name and her story and the information you have to promote your own show. And I think that was unfair for Brat to say that, because if I had, it's crazy, y'all. I watched Brat video, and as soon as her video was over, it went straight to, hey, this is the Brat Tat with Kaleidoscope hair products, blah blah blah. So even though your intentions weren't to promote anything off of Kelly's name, you promoted, something was promoted after your video about Kelly. So you're in the same boat, whether you want to admit or realize that yourself. More people saw that Kaleidoscope video after your video than the people who were checking for Nicci Gilbert and her podcast. And so something else took a life of its own. I tuned in to Nicci's podcast just to see what she was going to say. Because, you know, at this point, I'm nosy. And I genuinely wanted to know if she had something further to say about Kelly, you know, out of concern. And so, of course, the social media trolls bombarded Nicci's podcast with immature stuff and We even saw Kelly Price came in the Instagram live. I think the Brat came in, or Judy, one of them came in. So they were seeing what Nicci was saying and commenting, and requesting to go live with Nicci. I don't think it's a show or a situation where she bring people live. So why would she bring you live? You're already unsteady and upset. So why would I bring you to my podcast to act a damn fool? I'm not gonna do that. So Brat and Judy went live on their social media pages and basically saying how passionate she was, how close she is to Kelly, that's her baby, and this and that. Dogging Nicci out, talking trash. I mean, being unprofessional. Because you have to remember, you're a celebrity. You work for national brands. You have national brands. And you still have to protect those with what you say. What you say can and will be used against you in the court of entrepreneurship. Now, I've been one to support the whole Brat and Judy love story, because love is love. Love wins. Love is a powerful thing, right? But the way you're responding and acting is making me see you in a whole other light. Oh, this the real Brat right here. This the Brat that went upside somebody's damn head. And as long as you put that energy out into the universe about another person, your fans and your supporters and your little internet trolls and those beings, they're going to take it further. They start threatening people. This is how the people ended up at Kelly Price's house. Kelly said, I had to leave my house because MF's, she didn't cuss, but people showing up at my doorstep, ringing my doorbell. I had to leave my house. This new generation do not have any else to give. They're stupid. So it was socially irresponsible for Brat and Judy to go on a rant like they did. I did not like it. It did not sit well with my spirit. But while Nicci was on her podcast, Kelly actually, TMZ posted 2 videos of Kelly talking, and she explained everything. Now, Nicci did not say anything on her podcast about Kelly that we had not already heard or speculated ourselves. She didn't reveal anything about Kelly's personal life, none of that. So what was Brat talking about? We have to remember that Brat's wife is a marketing genius. Okay? Judy. Marketing genius. You don't think for a fact that in her own mind, she said to herself, let's see what she's talking about. Because if we make a post, people gonna see us. We got products to sell. We got a show people need to watch. You don't think she said it in her little mind? Because Brat said herself, I wasn't even gonna watch the video that Nicci posted. I had no desire to watch it. But her wife did. You know what I'm saying? Which made Brat watch it. You gotta watch these spirits that you intertwine with, that you marry, that you hang out with, that you call sis, that you call boo. These people still have their own motives and demons. But Brat went on a whole rant, and I think that was so unprofessional. Because my thing is, Brat, if you are as close to Kelly as you say you are, and if that's your baby, and you love that woman, Kelly Price, and you care about her name and her legacy, and you're not caring for the people that are quote unquote tarnishing it, if you've been in contact with Kelly Price this whole time she's been sick, as a major figure in the hip-hop community, respected, as a person, a personality on a major morning radio show, probably #1 in the country, people would respect, honor, and believe and trust anything you would have told us about Kelly Price. All you had to do, if you see that Kelly is not going to speak, she don't want to speak, if you've been in contact with her, say Kelly is okay. I talk to her every day, every other day. She's fine. She's safe. Don't believe everything you're hearing. She is safe. If we had heard that from you a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, all of this other drama would not have transpired and taken a life of its own. Why come in at the end when you see Nicci is talking and then say something only because Nicci said something, or you're trying to get at Nicci? You know what I'm saying? Don't tell us she's fine now. Hell, she done came and told us herself, y'all, I'm okay. Now, for my own mental health, because I love hot topics, I love entertainment news. That's just who I am. But as I'm getting older and continuing to grow and mature still, I'm realizing that these are spirits and energies that I don't need to be a part of, that I don't need to let in. And so what I'm telling y'all is this whole mess was a hot mess, okay? And we were concerned, but it was a hot mess, and it still is. But we have to learn to not be so vested in people we don't know. Hell, not people we do know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to take a break. You need to get away. Isolate. So shout out to Kelly for realizing and understanding that that is what she needed to do. Tune out, unplug. And so that has forced me to, it has prompted me to unfollowing people on social media whose energy I don't like. Because why should I choose to keep seeing what you say in your arguments? Energies transfer, y'all. So to protect our mental health and our emotional health, it's okay to check out. Let 1 or 2 people know where you are. It's okay to check out. Okay? It's okay to isolate. It's okay to unfollow these people on social media. I've unfollowed the Brat, Judy, a couple of more people. Because I do not like the way I felt. I don't like the anger that I was feeling when they were saying how they were feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say it's okay to unfollow. And just remember, these people are human. You know, you have to watch who you follow. You have to watch who becomes your idol. Because it's easy to pick up their energies. And that ain't always a good thing. So I just wanted to come and say, you know, Kelly is fine. We're glad she's fine. We've heard from more than enough people that she's okay. We've heard from her, Kelly herself, that she's fine. But in the midst of this whole situation, it got ugly. And it didn't have to be. So we got to learn to be more social responsible. Because people are watching. People need somebody to look up to. Whitney told us that. People need someone to look up to. And when you're on a platform, a major platform, you got to make sure they're looking up to the right people. You might feel like it's not your responsibility, but with leadership comes a level of responsibility, and you have to always be mindful. And that's all I wanted to say on this episode of the Kraze Report. Like I said, Kraze Radio is coming back, y'all. The Kraze Report is coming back. We will talk about some situations that are going on in Hot Topics. Of course, we still have music coming. We want to talk to the artists. We want to get those back in rotation. We're building this thing back up again, okay? And so I thank you for listening to me ramble on. I needed to vent, and make sure y'all vent. Make sure you vent, but make sure you're venting to the right person. Make sure you're venting to somebody you trust. And if you can't trust nobody, vent to the Lord. Vent to God. He got you. Thanks for tuning in. This is Chrissy Love. Be sure to follow us on Kraze_radio on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me at Chrissy Love NC, and that's KRISTILUVNC. The NC is for North Carolina, of course. Y'all take care.